Black America. While we celebrate symbolism of having a black woman in the White House and a black woman in the Supreme Court, right now as we speak, black women are the most likely to lose their house. Black men have the shortest lives, black children have the highest suicide rate, and even though we are around 15 to 20% of the population, we are over 55% of those living in the streets. We are going to be third-class citizens in the nation we built. We better wake up and vote for real policy. Vote for Greg Marcel Dixon. Repair Black America to fix America.
There was a horrible, horrible shooting that happened at a graduation at Xavier University. And there was a grandmother in our community lost her life behind some senseless stupidity that go on all the time in the black community. Let's roll that clip.
It's been more than 24 hours since the deadly shooting on Xavier University's campus, and for people in the area, it's not something they can easily shake.
I just knew it was, somebody probably got shot because of the amount of gunfire I heard.
80-year-old Augustine Greenwood was fatally wounded when gunfire broke out after a fight in the parking lot of Xavier's Convocation Center. 2 males were wounded, one is a juvenile. We are not showing this man's face, but he told me he'd never seen or heard anything like that before outside the Convocation Center.
No, never. First time. Oh, it's terrible. It feels terrible. I mean, supposed to be a happier occasion, and look what happens.
And he says they were concerned that some of the bullets would fly their way.
For sure. Because instead of running out to the gate, I should have been trying to find somewhere to hide. But it was bad, though. It was really bad. And
I was lost for words. I mean, that could have been my grandmother. That could have been your grandmother. I mean, I was hurt. I mean, it's grandma. Everybody loves their grandma.
Across town in Gentilly, Roderick Scubble Davis, who is known as the Footwork King, is so moved by the tragic death of Miss Greenwood, he's doing what he loves to honor her life.
We're gonna do a pop-up second line for her and her family, and we're gonna try to dance our pain away.
He too is incredulous over the shooting that claimed the life of a grandmother.
Seeing that person lose their grandma to in a terrible way. I mean, like, you want your grandma at your graduation. She's supposed to be able to come there and enjoy that. That's something that these people wait their whole life for. And for her to go there and to lose her life that way, it's terrifying, man.
This story really angers me because a woman that's going to her grandchild's graduation should not be going there to catch any kind of bullet. We have people in our community, Pookie and Ray Ray, that's running around constantly doing things like this. Why? What is the point? Why are you hurting your own people? What happened to fist fighting? If you're going to fight, fist fight. I'm cool with a fist fight. But no, everybody is so weak today. People can't take an L. And especially you don't want to take an L on the internet. Oh, boy. Y'all think taking an L on the internet is worth gunplay. Y'all so quick to pull out a gun and do something to people within our own community. But when it's time to actually get a gun and defend our community, where were y'all at? Where were y'all at? Like the Peyton Gendron situation in Buffalo. Where Pookie and Ray Ray was at. They talking about they hood and coming in they hood and XYZ. But when Peyton Gendron shows up, Pookie and Ray Ray nowhere around. I've never heard not one story of Pookie and Ray Ray checking and stopping one of these white supremacists doing something to black people. Never. But you're always so quick to pick up a gun and do something to black folk. That's why me personally, I don't care if they lock all you Pookie and Ray Rays up. Lock you up. Throw away the key. Because I'm a firm believer there's a lot of you that's very toxic to the black community and you're no earthly good. That person, whoever did that, they should be turned in. Or if y'all deal with it how y'all deal with it, but that person needs something, you know what I'm saying? They gotta be caught. They gotta be caught. Y'all need to put out a Crime Stoppers. I know black folk, put out a Crime Stoppers, say a reward of $50,000. They'd be turned in tomorrow because they were dying them out for that $50,000. Listen, I know that. If I was the police and them, shoot, $50,000 is what I'll do. Oh man, I'm gonna get that $50,000. Yeah, I'm telling. I sure am telling. And I don't mind if you tell. It's not snitching if you telling on a criminal that's doing things like that. It's only snitching is when you doing the dirt too, and then now you tell it. That's snitching. But if you are a law-abiding citizen, you're not out here harming nobody, you're not committing crimes, it's not snitching. It's cleaning up the trash in the black community. Get him and her out of here. They need to go. And if it's a reward money, cash me out. Yes, that's the way I feel about that. Get cashed out. Get them out of the community. You can't have no community with Pookie and Ray Ray and the hood rats. You can't have a community because all they're going to do is mess it up. They will either kill up other black folk. They're going to sabotage what black folks trying to do. Sabotage progress. Killing grandmothers, killing grandfathers, all kind of innocent people in our community has been targeted and hurt. And then in our community, because we don't like accountability, that is a horrible word in our community. We don't want nobody to talk about it. You definitely don't want the black people to talk about it. You don't. Well, brother, I like your videos about white supremacy, but brother, you can't be talking about that kind of stuff because, white people are going to be watching them videos. So, and what that got to do with what I'm talking about to the black community? Nothing. Nothing. Y'all want to keep everything y'all do, the dirt y'all do in the black community secret. You killing the grandmother and don't talk about that. Don't, because it's going to affect, what we say about white supremacy. Look, Minister Louis Farrakhan said that we have a war inside our community and a war outside our community. That's our problem. But we want to focus on the war on the outside of the community, but you don't focus on the war on the inside the community. How much black folks sabotage each other. How much black folks have terrorized each other. Yes, you've done it. And y'all know, if y'all watch me from the days back, when I was originally, my channel was called, long time ago, The Abide Show, right? I was hell on wheels on Pookie and Ray Ray and the Hood Rats. Y'all know that. Those of you who've been watching me for that long, I was hell on wheels with them. And boy, some of y'all didn't like that because, and back then, I was extremely angry at y'all because I do look at y'all as one of the big reasons why the black community is ruined in a lot of ways. Because especially Pookie and Ray Ray. All you do is shoot up the community, put drugs in the community, harass children, harass women. You do all kind of horrible things in our community. And then on top of that, we got to deal with the race soldier and the white supremacist. On top of that, when could black people get a break? You talk about black people staying in the black community. The reason why black people leave is not because we hate our people. It's because of Pookie and Ray Ray. That's why black people leave the black community when they get successful. You really think that Tupac talked about that? He said you get successful, you can't stay in your own community because of Pookie and Ray Ray. Then if you go to the white community, they don't like you either. So where do we really go? Tupac said that. Where do a successful black person go? Then if a group of successful black people build a community, then you're going to say they sellouts, they elitists, they this. Oh, they don't want to be around us regular black folk. So you can't win for losing if you're a black person because in our community, certain forms of success is kind of demonized and po-mouthed and saying you don't got nothing. That's supposed to be honorable. But Pookie and Ray Ray has been a scourge in the black community. Been one. And Pookie and Ray, like I said, they need to go. They need to go. Period. Because this story is just utterly despicable. And what I can't stand is, what a lot of straight-laced brothers can't stand, is that you have some women in our community want to date that trash. And pass on the brothers who actually go on to work every day. The brothers that's applying themselves. That's another issue, that many brothers talk about. Why are we elevating and celebrating Pookie and Ray Ray? Why? No other community elevates and celebrates the scourge of their communities that's out here killing grandmothers. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments of this story. This is horrible because that lady reminded me of my grandmother, when she was alive. And for her to go to a graduation and lose her life in that manner, that's just freaking despicable. Colonization never ended in the white supremacist system. And as we see today, the colonization is in the mind. Now, those who have been enslaved and those who have been colonized, we're still dealing with the remnants of that through the colonization of the mind. Pick up my book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, and we will help deprogram you from the colonization that was put upon you by generations and generations of white supremacy. You can pick it up today on Amazon.com.